Yo, what's poppin' guys, Sizzle here, and welcome to the Mario Kart Super Circuit Beginner's Guide. So, this game is super similar to Super Mario Kart, and just has basically been described as Super Mario Kart with mushrooms, and while this is mostly the case, there are a few differences. So, first things first, with the character selection. As Hahe says, Bowser is the fastest character in the game. You can see, the next fast and all that. And I forgot the guy who said the stuff at the bottom, but he basically says Bowser's the best character for 95% of courses. Toad and Peach are useful for certain shortcuts, Luigi is useful for only the flap of Koopa Beach 1, and Donkey Kong is optimal for a few stages, and Wario is useful for ice stages to get used to ice physics if you're starting off the game. So basically, just use Bowser for like almost everything. Right? Okay. So the next thing, to get to the actual racing, you're probably wondering about the start, right? So the way you start is about halfway between the second and third light, and apparently it's quite a generous window, and it just works the same regardless. So halfway between the second and third, it's around here, and just like that, there you go. You can see I got the starting boost, as quite the animation to it. Next up is drifting. So drifting is kind of just used just like in Super Mario Kart, where you basically hold the direction, then hop and drift in the other direction. And whenever you see a little animation, that's a mini turbo. If you hold it like that right there, if you hold the turn for 60 frames and then you no longer have any horizontal speed, you get a mini turbo, which is actually where it originated, I believe. Maybe actually, I think it originated in 64, but this is just the most interesting variant of it, I'd say. Because there's no real indicator for how close you are to achieving it. You kind of just get it or you don't. And yeah. But basically, you want to drift in the direction you want to go, so drift left, and then hop and face right. And that way you can straighten out, so drift left, hop right, drift left, hop right, and you can see I get like straighten out, drift left, hop right. Did it way too early there and I'm not driving too well. And yeah, when you hop in the other direction, that's called countersteering, and that can be very useful for cutting corners and stuff like that. Right. So yeah, that's really all you have to know. It's a surprisingly straightforward game. That's really all there is to it. I mean, obviously, if your mushrooms, which you use with the item button, and to get items faster in races, you mash the item button to get it faster. But there is no way to respawn faster, unlike other games. And unlike a lot of other games, Bowser is just literally the best in every category. There's actually no downside to using him, to my knowledge. Like, if you get hit off the map or something, you still move faster even then, so he's just kind of the best character in this game by far, and you should be using him in everything. Yeah, and also another thing to note is, unlike Super Mario Kart, you can save a single ghost on every single track, just like in every other game, so you don't have to worry about any special button combos or anything in that regard. And there is also a couple advanced strats. I personally don't know how to do them, so I can't explain to you guys, but here's a quick explanation what they are. There's a thing called ticking, where you use a shroom, you then hit a wall, and then if you hit a wall while shrooming, for whatever reason, it makes the shroom last longer. But that's only allowed in shortcut categories. And there's a thing called a ZZMT, which is similar to MBTs in Super Mario Kart, which is a super advanced strat, which you actually have to modify your controller for, so don't really worry about it until later. But basically, you just go left and right after hopping, and if you have a modified controller and it works in a certain way, then you go a little bit faster. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and have fun playing this game.